guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. It's long overdue. I asked you guys maybe like 2 weeks ago what you guys wanted to ask me, and I just hadn't gotten around to filming a video. So here I am. I'm ready. I have my questions right here. I wrote them all down. We're gonna go through this real quick. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so first off, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Chloe, and on this channel you will find hair, makeup, Q&A videos. You know what I mean? I'm pretty simple with my uploads, but I like to have a lot of fun with you guys. So I'm hoping to add more fun things into my channel, more things that are me. So if you guys are new, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and make sure to like this video if you liked it. And if you aren't following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me here. This is my handle. Is that what it's called? Whatever. You can go ahead and follow me on there. Okay, so number one, how old are you? This is the question that I probably got asked the most, was how old I am. So I am 28 years old. I just turned 28 in November. Let's see, how long have I been married? I have been married for 7 years next week. The 27th is my anniversary, and it'll be our 7-year anniversary, which I'm really excited about. We're going to Georgia and we're gonna go celebrate out there. In Atlanta. So I've never like spent a whole week in Atlanta, so I'm pretty excited about it. I've only spent like a couple days, so. And how did I meet my husband? So it's a really long story. I explain more of it in this video, so it'll be like up in the eye, wherever it is. I don't know where it's at, but you can go ahead and click that. And that's like the full explanation of how I met my husband. But short story is I stalked him on Facebook, and he finally gave in and we're together. Sometimes stalking works, guys. I really, I don't know how to call it. I didn't really like stalk him, but I like kind of stalked him because I thought he was really hot. I mean, look at him. Wouldn't you too? Okay, how do I like my coffee? That is a really good question. I've never been asked that question before. I like my coffee. I make it at home all the time, but so I like the caramely flavors. So I like caramel coffee, salted caramel coffee. I get it from Winco. That's my favorite. And then I usually add a lot of stevia and a little bit of almond milk. And sometimes on special occasions, I don't need creamer, but I'll usually use like an almond milk creamer in caramel flavor. And I'll add some of that in, but I don't need it. Usually most of the time it's just the stevia and a tiny bit of almond milk. And quick tip, I pH balance my coffee and I add a tiny bit of baking soda in there. I heard about it. I don't know if it's true or not, but baking soda don't hurt you, so I'll put a little in there. Good to go. What are my favorite movies? My ultimate favorite movie that's been my favorite movie forever is Alice in Wonderland. I am obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. I think it's because I can relate a lot to her story. That's kind of how I felt growing up, but I love the whimsical Alice in Wonderland movies. I like the animated version way more than the new version, but hey, I love Tim Burton, so why not? Another movie is Coraline. I love the movie Coraline. Hence, that's why my daughter's name is Coraline. So I love claymations. Anything claymation, I'm like all about it. My favorite scent in the whole world is fresh cut grass. I love fresh cut grass. I think that it's like God's gift to me when I walk outside and my neighbor's mowing their lawn. Like, I love it. It reminds me of my father too. So my dad knew that I loved fresh cut grass. He knew I loved the smell of it. So every single time before I would go over to his house on the weekends, he would mow his lawn. So the number one, like the thing that I asked for when my dad passed away was his shoes that he cut the grass in. So that's how much I love fresh cut grass. That's how much that means to me. So it even means more now that my dad's gone. Another question is, how often do I go to Disneyland? You guys probably see in my stories like I'm at Disneyland all the time, and that's true. I go to Disneyland at least once a week, maybe twice a week, and that's just because my pass is so expensive and I want to get use out of it, and it's really good for my daughter to go there, so it's like her playground. So think of going to the park, but instead I go to Disneyland. Guys, it's just expensive, so might as well use it, right? So one question is from my friend Lisa. She's so cute. She asked me if I sang anymore. And she is truly curious because I used to sing all the time. I was one of the worship leaders at my old church, and sang there for three plus years, and then I sang at another church too for a little while when we moved. So do I still sing? Technically, no, but I do still sing at home. I love singing. I worship all the time in the car. I sing with my daughter, so I don't do it anymore where like I practice and do set songs, but I do still love singing. Where is my dream place to live? Honestly, I don't know. I've only lived in 3 places, and that is where I live now in California. I've lived in North Alabama, and I've lived in Tennessee, in Nashville. Out of those 3 places, I would probably say Nashville is my number 1. Like, I love Nashville. I miss Nashville. I want to move back there again. So I don't necessarily know if that's my dream place to live, but that's what's familiar to me. That's where I love. I think a place to live that would be pretty cool, or at least go visit for a really, really long time, is Japan. A lot of my family's from Japan, and it would be really cool to see where I developed my culture on my grandma's side. How did I learn to do makeup? Well, YouTube. I learned to do makeup on YouTube. If you look back on my Instagram, maybe even like a year ago, or on my YouTube when I first started out, I did my makeup completely different than how I do it now. And that is because I was just trying out. I was really having fun with it. When I first started my YouTube channel, it was mostly to learn how to do makeup. So I've watched a lot of Jaclyn Hill. I've watched a lot of Ann Nook. I've watched a lot of her stuff. She's very in detail about that. Alexandra Anel, she's probably my favorite. So I've just watched a lot of YouTubers do their makeup, and I've learned a lot of tips and tricks along the way. I'm no pro, and I still mess up all the time, but I do enjoy doing it. And another question is, who is my best friend? I don't really think I have like a best friend. Like, my husband and my daughter are for sure like my best friends. Like, my family means the world to me. I have so much fun with them. If I don't ever see anybody ever again, I know that sounds terrible, but honestly, like, I'd be so happy. My family just means that much to me. So in regards to like best friend, absolutely my husband. Second is my daughter. But also I'm so blessed with so many sisters. I have 5 sisters, and so between all of them, they really, like, I really enjoy hanging out with my family, and they mean the world to me. So I was blessed with 3 sisters growing up that are blood to me, and then I have my 2 sister-in-laws. So I'm pretty much set on the best friend thing. I'm good. I love my family. So a question I did get a lot too, this was probably one of the top questions, is how did I learn to self-love? And I think this is maybe going back to the video where I posted about my eating disorder. Everything rooted from control. So when I felt like everything was out of control, I wanted to gain control. If you guys haven't seen that video, you can watch it. I'll go ahead and put a little eye so you can watch that video. But how I learned how to self-love was really viewing myself through God's eyes, because I did not want to love myself. I didn't think I was deserving of love. I didn't think I could love myself. So I had to change my perspective, and instead of looking through my own eyes and seeing how I viewed myself, I focused on truth. And the truth is that I am beautiful, I am worth it, I am lovely, I am loved. Like, I am loved. And so those are the things that God says about me. Those are the things that are true. And so I had to believe those things. And so I literally viewed myself as like an outside thing, as like, not as God, but how he views me. And I would combat every single negative thought with truth. And so if I would say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you messed up and had that thought today, I'd be like, don't worry about it. I've covered you with grace. I love you. I forgive you. You are worth it. You are growing. You are strong. You are better than you were yesterday. So those are the kind of things that I would practice in my head and out loud to help me to self-love. And so ultimately, the bottom line is I learned to self-love through God's eyes. Anyways, so I did like a Insta story the other day about my Pandora bracelets. I've been collecting Pandora bracelets for 11 years now, and I absolutely love them, and I wear them every single day. So somebody asked me, one, how I clean my Pandora bracelet, and I put that in an ultrasonic cleaner, and I put a little bit of Dawn soap in there and let it go for 10 minutes and then take it out and kind of scrub it with a very soft toothbrush. That's how I clean it. That's the only way I've been able to get it clean. But people ask me what my Pandora charms are. I'm just going to go through them really quickly. I have one that's Disneyland themed. It has a couple Alice in Wonderlands on there. It has a crane because I'm Japanese. So those are both Alice in Wonderland. Here's a Cinderella, a dream is a wish your heart makes, a little princess girl for my daughter. Then there's like Cinderella's carriage, a seashell with a starfish on it for Ariel, Let It Go, Mickey, Minnie, and Daisy. So that's my Disney one. And then my family one, that's my family one. It's all things about me and my husband and my daughter. So there's a carriage for when I got pregnant. I actually have this ring from my dad, and when he passed away, I bought the charm to it. A C for Chloe, an owl because I love owls, birds of love, a Bible, like a little family one where we got married, so it has like rings on it, and then an elephant, my husband loves elephants, a D, and then internal strength, I got that when my dad passed away too. So that is my Pandora bracelet. If you guys want a whole video on that, I'm sure I could spend 15 minutes talking about it, showing you each and every one, but I don't have time for that in this video. So yeah, there we go. Thank you guys so much for all of your questions. I loved every single one of them. I love you guys. I love hitting you up, chatting with you. And also, I wanted to remind you that if you ever see me at Disneyland, you are more than welcome to come up to me and say hi. I've had people say, I didn't want to ruin your day. Like, no, me and my daughter go to Disneyland all the time. You are more than welcome to come up and say hi. I would love to meet you. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.